All right, so today I'm going to be talking about your drawing pencils. So when you come to drawing pencils, I gave you guys two pencils in your drawing kit. One of them will have maybe the letter H and then maybe a number next to it. And the other one will have the letter B and then some next to it. So I have an H pencil and a B pencil. H pencils are the lightest. If it's a 3H, it is lighter than just an H pencil. And with our B pencils, these are the darker pencils, and a 6B pencil is the darkest, which means the 4B I have is not quite as dark as my 6B pencils. And so I want to show you guys, so when it comes to shading, we're going to be using these two different pencils, and maybe even your regular pencil that you'd use with the eraser on the end of it. And we're going to practice just getting different shades. And so I like when I'm shading to hold my pencil kind of towards the end of it and to make kind of like back and forth strokes with that pencil. And I'm making sure that I'm not like pressing down like this, using the side of the pencil and putting a light pressure on it helps things get darker, well, lighter. And so I'm going here, I'm trying to make, I want to make now just the shade slightly lighter. So I'm using my H pencil, and you can see that this shade is darker than this shade. So I want you guys to experiment and see what different shades can you guys get. And so I'm going to press a little bit harder with my H pencil and just get it slightly darker. Yeah. And maybe I'll try and get it even more darker. Kind of. So maybe I'll do another layer. Nice. That's looking darker here. I'm going to do one more at the H, and then I want to switch to my B. And so I want to get it just slightly darker in that area there. And what I'm doing is I'm applying just a little bit more pressure, and I'm also kind of making sure I layer it a bit more. And so now I'm going to switch to my B pencil, which you'll see. Oh yeah, it can get much darker. And so still holding it at the end, I'm going to start by just drawing lightly with the edge and comparing it. So I'm looking and I'm like, okay, that's lighter than that. So I'm going to want to do another layer and try to get it just a little bit darker. Close. So just one more layer, nice and light. That looks darker now. And so I'm going to scoot off to the side here, and I'm going to try to get an even darker layer. I'll do two more. And so far I've got that, and I'm like, okay, kind of lighter than this one, or about equal. And so I'm going to go and try to get it just a little bit more darker. Nice. So adding that extra layer just helps get that. Sweet. And then this last one here, I'm going to see how dark I can get my pencil to go. So when I apply more pressure, I notice my hand moves farther down the pencil. And so I'm going to start it off kind of here. And I'm just going to press heavy on the side, creating those strokes. And so graphite gets shiny, but you can see that it is darker than the one here. It's just kind of harder to see that because of the shine. There you go. That's a good indicator. And so I did these ones with an H, 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 B, B, B. And so what you guys are going to be doing here is you're going to be using the pencils that I gave you. And I want you to kind of play around and see what different shades you can get with your pencil. I want you to try to get some super light one with the H ones, and then work your way back here to the darker one to try to get a gradient with your pencil. So that's all for today. I want you to get familiar with these drawing pencils and getting different shades with your drawing pencils so that when we move into shading our facial features, you're a little bit more familiar with our pencils here. Sweet.